Hey, it's Amanda Davila here. Today I want to share with you 3 top reasons why you are preventing business growth. Okay, first of all, let's stop there. Okay, it's not your fault. That's the first thing to know. It's absolutely not your fault, okay? Um, there's so much noise, right? Like so much freaking noise all the time in our lives, and it's worse than ever right now. We are constantly hearing things from our friends, other business people we connect with, the experts, the gurus. We're hearing all these things that we're supposed to be doing, and it's overwhelming. Like, we cannot possibly attain all of these different things and listen to all of these different people. So, the first thing I want to do is banish those feelings of feeling like it's all your fault and that you're failing, that you're not a good business owner, you're a sucky entrepreneur, all those things that we start feeling when we get overwhelmed and can't figure out why our business isn't growing or why we are getting stuck places, why something isn't moving forward. So if you haven't met me, I'm Amanda Davila, and I am an entrepreneur, a business growth strategist, and I work alongside amazing women entrepreneurs and help them through the different transitions in their businesses and as growing as an entrepreneur. And I love doing it, and I love working in this space. So today, I really just want to share with you those 3 top reasons why you're preventing your business from growing, but what some of those common reasons are and how you can combat those. And I'm so excited. So let's get going. So again, it's not your fault. You've banished that belief. It's not your fault. And I have some great tips for helping to reduce the noise. But let's go through the top 3 reasons first. So your messaging is confusing. You might have heard this before, but it's true. So who are you talking to, and who is your product or service for? Like, who is it actually for? Because I see a lot of business owners who are amazing and brilliant, but they're talking to the wrong people. They don't really know who they're talking to, or they're trying to please everybody. They're trying to talk to every person. They want to sell to every person. Of course, we want to sell to every person. We're not going to say, oh, you're not my ideal client, so I'm not going to sell to you. But if you're trying to talk to everybody with your messaging, you're talking to nobody. And you've probably heard that from the gurus as well, but it's absolutely true. So take a look at your messaging. If people find you either on your website or on your Facebook page, on your Instagram, your LinkedIn, wherever it is that you show up online, take a look at it. Does it make sense? Take a look at it from another perspective. Like, does a potential client, do they know what you're offering, and is it compelling, and do they know what to do? Is there a very clear call to action that lets them know what to do? Just this last couple of weeks, I've been trying to do a lot more networking with other business owners. And so often I go to their profiles and I have no idea what they offer. I can't find any links to their business page. And I feel like stuck, like, oh, like I'd like to get to know them. We have a ton of mutual business friends. Like, when I have 30 to 100 mutual business friends, I think, well, this person is probably someone I should get to know, or at least look into. And I can't find them. It's not easy. So am I going to spend a whole bunch of time really trying to research this person, or am I going to go on to the next? So think about that when it comes to your own messaging and accessibility to you, to your product, to your service. The second one is your product or service is obsolete. So if you aren't offering what your audience needs, you're not going to make any sales. So think about your audience that you have, and if they don't need what you have to offer, then you might need to make some adjustments. Either you've totally built the wrong audience, or you haven't adjusted your business offerings to move with them as they've moved. So an example of this is, so say you're a online service provider, and you are serving female business owners, and you are offering this great package, but everyone in your audience, they've already done it. That's how they found you. They've done this like base package with you, or they were referred to you by other business friends, and they are past that need, And so they're on up here, they're like ready for the next, and you're still down here. Well, you can't keep serving that audience if you don't start offering more services for where they're at in their business. So you really have to kind of take some time to look and plan that out and figure out like, okay, like my audience is here now, but they're going to be here. So an example, I train moms to start their own service provider business. So I have all these moms coming from corporate jobs or being stay-at-home moms, and they want to make money from home. So I meet them at that point and provide the training and mentorship so they can start their online business and start providing services to other business owners. So I've been doing this, and then I started having students who were like, okay, like being a VA has been great, but I'm ready to move up. I want to do more project management. I want to be an OBM, online business manager. I want to do bigger things, have more responsibilities, make more money. So I could either say, oh, like, okay, let me send you to someone who does like OBM training and certification, or I can see this coming and start building my own program for transitioning from a VA to an OBM. So by doing this, I've looked ahead like, okay, this is where it's going to go. And so I need to be prepared when all of these people who are VAs now are going to want to move forward. I have an offering for them. They already know me. We have a relationship. So why wouldn't they take my next program instead of going off and finding someone else, right? Same thing with when I work with business owners. So a lot of business owners will go through my Outsource Like a Boss course, which teaches you how to start outsourcing and delegating and, finding people to hire, how to hire them without having to, go through hours and hours of training and the stress of all of that, because my system is very clear on this is how you can hire a VA and not have to spend time training them. And you can gain back 10 plus hours a week. So my system, it teaches entrepreneurs exactly how to do that. So once they've done that, then they're ready to move on to that next level of starting to, as their business grows, starting to build that team. So I saw that happening. So I created a next level, a CEO mastermind, a place for all of these business owners who are now outsourcing or in the beginning, or they've been outsourcing for a little while, and now they're ready to really build a team and truly become the entrepreneur, the visionary of their business. And there's a lot of working pieces that go into that. So I've created a program to assist them to move up here so they can be in that visionary CEO entrepreneur role without having to be worrying about all of the things going on. So these are both great examples of how I've looked ahead at what they're going to need, and I've started creating things in advance so I'm ready for them. So if you're not doing that in your business, you're going to have to always be finding new people for the target audience that you need, because eventually the people who buy your product, if you don't have the next step, the next level, then you've served them and they're going to go find someone else to get the next piece. So that's something to think about. The last thing, the third thing that a lot of people don't really think about, or they do, but they don't really know how to handle it, is the client experience. So a lot of great businesses, whether it's service-based, product-based, whatever, they have a great product and they might be an amazing person that everyone would love to work with, but the client experience sucks. Have you ever had that happen where you're trying to buy something and it's frustrating as heck? Like you want to buy it. Like, you want to buy it. You're primed and ready. You've got your card out. Like, you want the product, you want the service, but the client experience sucks. You can't figure it out. Like, you can't figure out how to buy it, or something doesn't work right, or it tells you, you finally get to purchase it and it tells you this is how you get the product, but then you can't find it, or you don't get the email, or you don't get the link or the login. Like, it's confusing and it's frustrating and it's not a good client experience. And then maybe you do get the product or you get the service and you do it, and then that's it. Like, there's no follow-up. No one's like checked in to say, hey, like, how's it going? Like, is this working out for you? Do you need any extra support? Like, do you have any questions? Like, so looking at your client experience is super important. And I think it's one of those things that kind of gets put on the back burner, especially as online business owners, because we're not having customers come up to our desk in person at, a storefront with responses. They can't just come to you and be like in your face, like, what the heck? Like, this isn't working, or I can't figure this out, or I never got this. Like, it's not that in your face thing. So I think it's easier to just be like, oh, like, yeah, I'll check my email. Oh yeah, I need to check my email next week. Like, if you don't have a team doing this for you yet, it can easily get pushed aside. And it's easy as a business owner to take things to heart and take it personally and have anxiety over checking those emails. I know, I've been there. It can be just so disheartening to have to be the person to open those customer service emails when you're worried, something might be wrong. So first of all, if you're an entrepreneur and you are still doing your own customer service emails, I highly recommend outsourcing that, because you don't need that stress in your life and that anxiety. You need to stay in your zone. But second of all, looking at that full client experience, that's something that's really important. Your clients, customers, whatever you call them, they need to know what to do, where to go, and what to expect. So if they click purchase on a digital product, it needs to tell them right after that where they can get that. So it needs to say, okay, check your email. And if you don't get the email within, 15 minutes, send an email to this email address. So they know, okay, I can look at my email and expect to get that email. And if I don't, I have a way to contact somebody. If it directs them right to the product, make sure it's very clear. Download this now. Like, this is the digital product. Like, click download. But also, I think in most circumstances, if it's something like that, you're going to also send an email saying, thank you for purchasing, blah, blah, blah. And here, in case you missed it, here's the link to download. So really looking at that full experience is really going to help cut down on those customer service emails and frustration for those clients who might just get frustrated and say, well, I needed this and I needed it now, which is why I was buying your digital product. Well, I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and now the weekend's over and I had to go purchase it somewhere else because I needed it this weekend. So that client experience is really, really important. So if this is something, if any of this resonated with you, let me know in the comments, first of all. But if this is something that you're realizing, like, oh crap, like, I need to look at this deeper, I need some help, drop your favorite, like, mystical emoji, like, because so much of this can feel so, like, mystical, right? So like a fairy or a dragon or, something fun like that. Drop that in the comments if you need help. And I will reach out to you, because these are things that are so important, like, so basic, but so important and so commonly just brushed over, right? Like, you don't hear about this type of stuff very often from all the gurus and all the noise. Like, you're hearing like the big shiny things, right? You're not thinking about these things. So my recommendation is to start with where you're at, what you have. Let me come in and do a client experience audit. Let me look at your business as an outsider and see where those little holes are, and let's fix them right up. Let's sew them right up. So let me know, either with an emoji or just straight out say, I need help. Send me a message, whatever works for you. And then also I want to share with you, especially if you haven't started outsourcing, or you're just outsourcing a little bit, or you need more help, but you don't really know what next. I created a free 3-day mini course for you. And it's about the types of jobs you can outsource. So a lot of business owners don't realize how much they can actually outsource, so they're doing it themselves. So remember, if you don't have an assistant, you are an assistant, and you can't be an assistant and a visionary of your business. Like, you just can't do it. It's too much. You can't be in both zones. So it's really important. So click the link and you can sign up for that free 3-day mini course. It's a super simple email course. It's going to go right into your email inbox, so you don't have to go try to find some course platform. I know you're busy. I get it. I've made it really simple, bite-sized pieces that you can implement easily. So grab that spot in the link, drop me an emoji or some comment letting me know that you want more information, that you need help, and I would love to connect with you and help you make your business grow and bloom. So thanks for being here today. I'll see you next time.